Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What's happening right now, at this very moment, is the kind of story you only hear about in legends or inside whispered circles of NFL insiders. I'm talking about a rumor so colossal, so unprecedented, that it threatens to shake the very fabric of the league's power structures. I've got sources, I've got details, and I've got a mountain of intel that points to an astronomical trade involving a key figure who could redefine the NFC playoff picture. And it's all happening behind closed doors. But here's the kicker. What I'm about to reveal to you might just be the biggest secret in NFL history, a move so audacious that it will send shockwaves through every franchise, every locker room, and every NFL hierarchy. Trust me, this is not hyperbole. This is the kind of move that changes legacies, rewrites histories, and cements teams as dynasties for decades. If you think you've seen it all, think again, because what's coming is something you've never imagined. But before I peel back the curtain on this explosive story, I need you to do one thing: hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and ring that bell. Why? Because you're about to get inside access, insider info, the kind of details that NFL insiders guard as secrets of the universe. The difference between the fans who know the story and the fans who are left in the dark. Those who stay plugged in will get the full, unfiltered truth. Those who hesitate, well, let's just say they'll be left wondering what hit them. Now, let's get into the depths of this story, a story that's been brewing for months but has now reached a boiling point. A story that involves one of the league's most underappreciated but vital talents, a player whose future could be the key to unlocking a shakeup that no one saw coming. That player is Cole Kmet, the Chicago Bears' premier tight end, a player whose name is suddenly at the center of an all-out battle between the biggest power brokers in the NFL and the team that's making the biggest push. The Dallas Cowboys, that franchise with the historic legacy, the relentless ambition, and the appetite for shaking up the entire league. Let's back up and understand the full scope of what this rumor entails, the full blueprint of what's happening behind the scenes. This isn't just a trade rumor. It's a strategic chess move at the highest level, a masterstroke that could reshape the NFC's landscape. As of today, January 28, 2026, Cole Kmet remains a Chicago Bear, the team that drafted him out of Notre Dame in 2020, their longest tenured offensive player, the guy who's been a cornerstone of their rebuild. But the whispers are loud. The insiders close to the Bears say that, honestly, nobody sees him getting moved, not unless an offer so irresistible comes along. Yet here's the thing. The NFL is a league that never sleeps, and when a team like Dallas, with its deep pockets, innovative front office, and ambitious head coach Brian Schottenheimer, sets their sights on a player, it's game over for the status quo. And what exactly makes Kmet such a tantalizing target? Oh, you'll love this. The Bears, led by GM Ryan Poles, have been in a cap crunch for years. Kmet's cap hit of $11.6 million in 2026 makes him a prime candidate for a salary dump, especially since the Bears are eyeing cap relief to retool their roster. On paper, he's a 27-year-old tight end with a proven track record of reliability, a player who's caught 3 500-yard seasons in his career, a guy who's been a locker room leader and a symbol of consistency. Yet last year he saw a dip in targets, especially with rookie Colston Loveland emerging as the TE1 in Chicago's scheme. His blocking is elite, a true tone setter in the run game, but his receiving role has been diminishing. And to teams like Dallas, that's not a drawback, that's a golden opportunity. Here's where it gets wild. Dallas sees him as the missing piece. They've been hunting for a versatile tight end who can stretch the field yet block with authority. And Kmet, with his size, route running, and catching ability, hits every mark. Inside sources say the Cowboys' offensive scheme, tailored under Schottenheimer's vision, would mesh perfectly with Kmet's skill set. Think about it, a 6'6", 262-pound TE who can line up in 12 personnel, threaten vertically, and contribute in the run game. That's a nightmare matchup for defenses. The Cowboys' offensive success in 2025, a top-5 scoring engine, was built on creative formations, tight end misdirection, and a QB, Dak Prescott, who's at his peak. Add Kmet to that mix, and the offense gets a 360-degree upgrade. Now, what about the mechanics? How does this trade even happen? Well, that's where the insider whispers turn into full-blown plans. Dallas's front office, led by Jerry Jones and his trusted lieutenants, are ready to move heaven and earth. A deal might look like a mid-round pick, say, a 2026 fifth-rounder, plus maybe a conditional future selection if K-Met hits certain performance benchmarks. The Bears, in the midst of their rebuild, are eyeing cap flexibility and draft capital, especially with their roster young and hungry. While sitting at an $11.6 million cap hit, they could swallow a smaller trade package if it means significant cap relief or future assets, perhaps even a lower-round pick plus a swap of late-round players. And here's the kicker: salary cap gymnastics. K-Met's contract, with no guarantees beyond 2026, makes him an ideal trade chip. If Chicago moves him, they'd save around $8.4 million in cap space immediately, a prize for a team that's planning a significant roster overhaul. The Cowboys, in turn, could even structure a deal that extends K-Met's contract, locking him in for a few more seasons and creating a seamless fit with their offensive timeline. What does this mean for the team? The Cowboys are already eyeing a new era under Schottenheimer, aiming to reclaim the NFC East throne. Adding K-Met would not just be a smart football move, but a symbolic statement. They're serious about contending now. The NFL's best analysts are already calling it a game changer, and NFL execs are bracing for the fallout. Imagine a Dallas offense with K-Met lined up in the slot or splitting out wide, stretching defenses and creating mismatches all over the field. Think about the chemistry with Prescott, who's been craving a reliable, big-bodied target to elevate his deep game. These aren't just words. This is history in the making. This is where it gets even more dramatic. Rumors suggest that the Cowboys have already initiated quiet talks with the Bears. It's a delicate dance. Negotiations are happening at the league's highest levels behind closed doors. The league's insiders say that if the trade goes through, it could happen within the next 2 weeks, in the dead of the offseason, but it will be kept under wraps until everything is locked in. It's a chess game of the highest order, with both sides aware that timing is everything. Why would the Bears do it? Well, beyond the cap relief and draft picks, Chicago's front office is reportedly looking to accelerate their rebuild. They're not just trading K-Met to clear space, but also to signal that they're committed to a youth movement. Plus, with their draft capital improving, they can target young tight ends or other weapons in later rounds, trusting their scouting staff. As for Dallas, they see K-Met as the ultimate piece to elevate their offense from good to elite. It's the missing link, a player who can do it all, who fits their scheme perfectly, and who can make a real difference on Sundays. Now let's break down the film. K-Met's game film offers a masterclass in versatility. Watch his route running. Crisp and precise, he effortlessly wins at the top of routes. His hands are sure, rarely dropping passes, and he's a threat after the catch, especially on seam routes or quick outs. His blocking. One of the best in the league for a tight end. He's strong, gritty, and can hold his ground against linebackers and defensive ends alike. Advanced stats. Year over year, he ranks in the top 10 among tight ends for yards per route run, and his catch rate hovers around 73%. A sign of consistent hands and route discipline. His Pro Football Focus grade for run blocking remains elite, a true key piece in a run-first, play-action heavy attack. In terms of scheme fit, K-Met's style echoes the greats, a hybrid of the Jimmy Graham type with a dash of Evan Engram's shiftiness. How would he fare in Dallas's offense? Like a glove. He would be the perfect complement to Ferguson's reliable hands, adding a vertical element to their attack while freeing up the WRs and RBs underneath. Some NFL scouts are already whispering about how he could be the secret weapon that elevates the entire offensive scheme. Think about the matchups. Linebackers have to respect his route running, safeties must account for his size and hands, and defenses will be forced to account for his blocking in key third-down situations. In the best-case scenario, K-Met becomes the centerpiece of their passing game, transforming Dallas's offensive ceiling. In the worst case, he's a solid contributor, an upgrade over their current TE2, and a smart, cost-controlled veteran to develop further. But you don't get those odds in NFL trades unless you're talking about a game-changing move. Now, what about the impact on the NFC? This isn't just a Dallas move, it's a league-altering domino. The NFC East gets even more dangerous. a team with Prescott, C.D. Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and now Kmet. Opposing defenses will scramble just to keep pace. The NFC as a whole has been clamoring for offensive upgrades, and this move threatens to shift the balance of power. Giants, Eagles, 49ers, they're all watching, waiting, and preparing responses. But here's the truth. The Cowboys will be the team to beat if this trade goes down. And mark my words, once it's done, everyone will be talking about how this move changed everything. In conclusion, my trusted NFL sources are telling me the same thing. This isn't just a rumor, it's a gigantic possibility, and one that could redefine the NFC landscape in 2026. The Cowboys are playing chess, not checkers, and Kmet in the middle of it might just be the king they're about to crown in this strategy. Keep your eyes peeled because the next 2 weeks could be the most explosive, game-changing period of the NFL offseason. And trust me, when this deal drops, it won't just be a headline. It will be the story of the year, the move that echoes through history. Stay locked in, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next chapter of this blockbuster story. Because what's happening behind the scenes right now isn't just a trade, it's a revolution. And only a select few will truly understand the magnitude until everything is revealed. But I promise you, this is just the beginning. The NFL's future is being rewritten right in front of your eyes, and it all starts with a name: Cole Kmet.